So the first update which I want to give all of you is that the BGV process has got stricter. And on what aspect it has got stricter, we will discuss in a while in this video. Hello everyone, this is Noor welcoming you all to my channel Likely Noor. I carry 6+ years of corporate experience, and in this channel I talk about IT news and updates, job and interview tips, life and lifestyle lessons. So if you are interested in any of these, consider subscribing to my channel. Today I'm going to share some of the latest updates on the BGV process. So stay tuned on this video because it's going to be super helpful for your career and for your future job prospects. But before we get into it, let me give you a small context on it. After my last video of BGV FAQ, I got lot of queries from IT employees on my LinkedIn inquiring about the specific problem related to BGV, and during this process I got to know a lot of updates regarding the BGV process. So in this video I am going to answer all those questions which I have got through my viewers. So the first update which I want to give all of you is that the BGV process has got stricter, and on what aspect it has got stricter we will discuss in a while in this video. Some of you would know about the mass hiring after the COVID period, and for the people who don't know, give me a moment to explain you in brief. So the second part of 2020, when things started opening up after the COVID lockdown, and the entire period of 2021 are said to be the best or the golden time for IT employee in the recent few years. The reason being the mass hiring in the IT industry. The report says that the IT employees have switched their career in this 1.5 year with an average of 70% hike, and the outlier has gone up to 120%. Do you realize how massive this was? So any action has to have a reaction. Hence, 2022 and some part of 2023 we saw a mass layoff. So mass hiring in 2020 and 2021 has a factor to play in this mass layoff of 2022 and 2023, apart from all the global conditions and economic conditions around the world. This is more or less a market correction. There were several factors for mass hiring. I'll not get into the details of it. It will become a very long video. I can probably create a separate video on those lines. But the crux of the point which I'm trying to derive is that after the COVID lockdown, the employers or the companies were in desperate need for their employees. Hence, the interview process as well as the BGV process were very lenient compared to the normal environment. And IT employees have taken a full advantage of that situation and have switched organizations with as high as 120% hike during that time. At that time, due to COVID restrictions, BGV company could not do a physical verification on lot of aspects, but let me remind you, things are back to normal now. Hence the BGV process has got lot more stricter now. Alright, so this was the context behind all the mass hiring and mass layoff and the BGV getting lenient during the COVID time, and now it is getting stricter and all of those things. Coming back to the main topic of the video, that what are the most frequent inquiries which I have got in the last 2 or 3 months. So the first aspect which I'm going to cover is about degree verification. The first question is, does your degree get verified? The answer is absolutely yes. It's a sure shot yes. Your degree does get verified. Whatever degree qualification you provide, whether it's a bachelor's degree or a master's degree, it gets verified. During the COVID time, it was verified through online portal, but now since everything is back to normal, the BGV company might, or in most of the cases, visit the college or your university and verify if you have studied or if you have got the degree from that college or that particular university. The only exception which might happen in this case is that if you are working for a really small startup, in that case, if the startup is really running on low budget, then the BGV company might not do a physical verification at your university, or if your company is doing the verification by its own, then they might not send people to your college or university. So this could be an only exception in which a physical verification is not done at your college or your university. Also, please clarify your definition of startup. Companies like Swiggy, Zomato, Paytm, PhonePe no longer are startup, although they still follow a startup culture, but they are no longer a startup. They are an established company. A startup should be a company which has less than 100 employees. If it is more than that, then you can consider it to be a mid-sized or an MNC, and in that scenario, your physical verification of your degree might happen. The next question in this category is, what are the primary checks which are done in the education check? So the primary check is done whether you have attended that college or the university you are claiming to be, and if your certificate really holds valid. Like they verify if you're having any backlogs, if you have not cleared them, etc. like that. Year of passing and your marks might not be verified so strictly. It could be true in case of a fresher where year of passing or marks was an eligibility criteria during your hiring. If it was not, then I don't think it's a matter of concern. Moving to the next section and the most crucial one, about your work experience. So does the BGV company verify the last organization? The answer is of course yes. So the most frequent question which I have got in this category is, does the BGV company visits your last organization physically? The answer to this is yes and no both. I'll start with a no, that a BGV company does not visit your organization physically at the initial stage. The first step is that they send an email to the concerned department, which is mostly the HR or the reporting manager. The contact details of the HR or the reporting manager is either provided by you, the employees, or in very few cases they are taken from the company's page or the company's website, but in most of the cases it is provided by the employee. So it is you who provide the contact details to the organization or the BGV company for the verification. So ensure that you provide the correct details. So after the first email is sent to your HR or your reporting manager, if they respond with all the proper details, then the physical verification are mostly not done. But in the cases where the reporting manager or the HR does not respond even after 2 or 3 reminders, or in a case where the response is not satisfactory, in that case the BGV company does conduct a physical verification. So that was it about today's video. I have few other categories to cover, like PF, Provident Fund, and the bank statement or the bank details, but I think including that in this video would make the video a lengthy one, which I don't want to do it. Hence, I'll create a separate video on those topics. So stay tuned on my channel to get such updates, and consider subscribing to it if you like my content. With this, we come to the end of the video. If you found this content to be helpful, then smash that like button so that it helps the video reach to a larger audience and it could be helpful for them too. Thank you so much for watching me. I'll see you all in my next video. Until then, good luck and stay tuned.